Aerodynamics was a pioneering company in roller coaster design and manufacturing early on, leaving a mark across the industry that can be seen today at many amusement parks you visit. Although Aerodynamics ceased operations in 2002, their legacy lives on through countless roller coasters they designed and built, which continues to thrill enthusiasts globally. Aerodynamics' rich history, innovative spirit, and groundbreaking designs have earned them a prominent place in amusement park history.
In today's video, we'll take a closer look at the Aerodynamics roller coasters at Cedar Point and how some of these rides help shape the course of the amusement industry and help Cedar Point push the boundaries and become what it is today. From your first big ride being Gemini to the big old Magnum XL 200 sitting next door. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join the Six Flags Cedar Fair fun. And a huge shout out goes to our channel members and Coaster Ghost and producers. Thanks for helping us get all this amazing content out there. Now join us as we flip through some corkscrews of history.
But first, as one of the park's oldest rides, this first ride holds a special place in the hearts of many visitors. Cedar Creek Mine Ride was designed by Aero Development, with construction beginning in 1968 and the ride officially opening to the public on May 23, 1969. The ride's theme is inspired by the Wild West and stands at a height of 48 feet and reaches a max speed of 42 miles per hour, thrilling the entire family. When it opened in 1969, Cedar Creek Mine Ride was one of the first mine train roller coasters in the world, but it was not the very first. I believe that's Runaway Mine Train.
Over the years, Cedar Creek Mine Ride has become an iconic attraction at Cedar Point, representing a bygone era of amusement park history. Its nostalgic appeal and family charm contribute to its popularity. Cedar Creek Mine Ride was conceived during a time of expansion for Cedar Point in the late 1960s. The park was looking to diversify its ride offerings and kind of capitalize on the popularity of themed attractions. Cedar Point has made ongoing efforts to maintain and preserve Cedar Creek Mine Ride, ensuring that it remains safe and operational for future generations of guests to enjoy. Regular inspections, refurbishments, and upgrades help extend the coaster's lifespan while preserving its historical integrity. One of many aero roller coasters at the park, and a true piece of history we get to enjoy today.
Corkscrew at Cedar Point, one of the most impactful coasters on the park's early history, and a piece of unique history we still see today flying over the midways on hot summer days. There's something about that corkscrew over the midway that just feels so cool while walking underneath it. The coaster's construction marked a significant milestone in roller coaster history, as it was the first coaster to feature 3 inversions. And while it was beat fairly quickly, Cedar Point brought us the first triple inversion coaster. Cedar Point's Corkscrew is an iconic attraction within the park, and it even drew visitors from across the country and beyond at one point.
Corkscrew played a pivotal role in establishing Cedar Point as a premier destination for thrill seekers, contributing to the park's reputation and success. Corkscrew holds historical significance as a pioneering roller coaster that pushed the boundaries of what was possible in the ride design. Its success of having multiple inversions inspired roller coaster manufacturers everywhere to incorporate similar elements, shaping the evolution of amusement park attractions. For many visitors, the Corkscrew holds nostalgic value, evoking fond memories of past visits of Cedar Point and exhilarating rides on the coaster. Despite being over 40 years old, Corkscrew is still a beloved attraction, continuing to thrill riders and contribute to Cedar Point's allure as a premier amusement park destination.
Following the success of Corkscrew, Cedar Point knew Aero was the company to go with next, and in 1978 we saw the tallest and fastest hybrid roller coaster built at the park. Gemini was conceptualized by the legendary roller coaster designer Ron Toomer of Aerodynamics. This coaster was meant to combine the smoothest of steel tracks with the classic feel of wooden structures, offering a unique and thrilling ride experience for guests. Building Gemini presented engineering challenges due to its twin-track design and the need to synchronize the trains for racing. Carefully planned, Gemini offered riders the chance to clap hands on the ride, pass dollar bills off, and interact with guests on the thrilling adventure.
Gemini holds the distinction of being one of the fastest racing coasters in the world, with trains reaching speeds of up to 60 miles per hour. Over the years, there have been rumors and speculation about potential retracking and refurbishment projects for Gemini. While Cedar Point has made updates to the coaster's trains and track elements, there have been no major overhauls or renovations to alter its original design. Gemini holds a special place in Cedar Point's history as one of the park's longest operating coasters. Since its opening in 1978, Gemini has remained a beloved favorite among Cedar Point guests. Its timeless appeal spans through different generations, attracting riders of all ages who seek the excitement of the classic racing coaster experience. And we must add, our first big coaster here at Ghoster Coasters as well. Huge shout out to Ron Toomer for this timeless classic we ride every visit.
Another classic in the Arrow catalog and one of 5 remaining out there, Iron Dragon has been a staple of the park for decades. Construction began in 1986 and the ride officially opened to the public on May 7, 1987. The ride stands at a height of 76 feet and reaches a max speed of 40 miles per hour, with unique elements full of family fun. Building Iron Dragon also presented engineering challenges due to its suspended design and the need to navigate over water features and through the densely wooded areas of the park. Construction crews worked meticulously to ensure the coaster's safety and stability while preserving the natural environment.
The ride has a new enhanced element to traverse this coming season, as in 2024, Cedar Point will unveil Top Thrill 2, adding a new scenic view along the already secluded Iron Dragon course. Iron Dragon has been operating for over 3 decades, giving guests of Cedar Point plenty of chances to ride this classic Arrow coaster. With a park full of Arrow, this one is one of the more family-friendly attractions. While offering some thrills for older guests, this ride is definitely aimed towards the family. I remember being a kid and loving getting into the trains for Iron Dragon. Such a unique ride. As Cedar Point evolves and grows, Iron Dragon remains a huge part of the park's rich history and tradition of providing entertainment for guests of all ages.
Arrow had already built one of the tallest coasters before, so Cedar Point decided to give them a call again for their next big project, breaking the 200-foot mark, coining the term hypercoaster and paving the way for rides like Mako, Diamondback, Mamba, and more today. Magnum XL 200 stands out as a classic and timeless coaster at Cedar Point. With the unique return run hills and mine train airtime, it's hard to beat one of our favorites here at Ghoster Coasters. The planning and development of Magnum XL 200 involved extensive collaboration between Cedar Point's management team and aerodynamics engineering experts.
Another fun fact about the development of the ride was that they bent the steel tubular track on site for the ride, and it underwent a few modifications over the years, such as adding bracing between the track around the turnaround, heightening the drop going into the turnaround, and even adding upstop wheels to the coaster to allow for a smoother experience. Opening on May 6, 1989, it was the world's first hypercoaster, a term coined for roller coasters exceeding 200 feet. Magnum XL 200 remains one of Cedar Point's most iconic and beloved attractions. And yes, we absolutely love it here as well. The ride has inspired so many iterations of hypercoasters and coasters innovation in general. Without Magnum, who knows where the coaster wars would have gone next. So here's a cheers to Magnum and the great timeless classic ride that it still is.
Aerodynamics originally development played a significant role in shaping Cedar Point's coaster lineup and revolutionizing the roller coaster industry as a whole. Cedar Point partnered with Aerodynamics to create groundbreaking coasters like Magnum XL 200, Gemini, Iron Dragon, which set new standards for height, speed, and thrills. Aero introduced several pioneering technologies that revolutionized roller coaster design and construction, from tubular steel track to suspended roller coaster trains. Aerodynamics innovations helped showcase the possibilities of coaster engineering and create more thrilling ride experiences.
That wraps up our journey through the aerodynamics roller coasters at Cedar Point. From groundbreaking innovations to timeless classics, these coasters have left an unforgettable legacy at one of the world's greatest amusement parks. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and become a part of the spooky community. Smash that like button, it greatly helps the channel, and we couldn't bring all this coaster content to you without your help.
So which coaster is your favorite Aero at Cedar Point? Magnum, Corkscrew, Gemini, Iron Dragon? Let us know down below. There's so many to choose from, but a better question, how would you guys rank the Aeros of Cedar Point?
Leave a comment down below. And as always, thank you for being a part of our spooky community
And for Coaster Ghostin' with Ghoster Coasters. Have a Six Flags Day, everybody.
at America's Rock and Roller Coast.